Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking a look at Usopp and Dr. Vegapunk Lilith over in the PvP game mode, because when this character released, a lot of people were going absolutely insane for the character's release. I know people that literally summoned on the banner just for this particular character. Actually, it was like when Uta came out, people were like, oh, but Stump, I really want her because she's really good in PvP. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I do that shit all the time too, so I ain't gonna hold that against you. However, this is a end of month legend badge. Like, end of month, you're going to get this unit eventually on tickets. The law of big number states that you will eventually pull this character. And look, if I've learned anything from my stupid decisions, these particular characters that are kind of like end of month batches, they don't really last all that long within the meta. I'm like, if they do, you're going to pick them up on a ticket and you're going to be in a fine spot anyway. So that's what I'm hoping to do. In today's video, I am not using my own, I'm over here on the Egghead Superverse screen. However, I did get my good friend, Mr. Twonce, to record some fights for me. So we're going to take a look at the shooter team with this particular character and how he rocks and rolls over there. Now, the thing about Usopp and Lilith is they actually buff shooter and cerebral characters. Cerebral have had a disgusting amount of buffs lately, especially with all of the PvP legend updates and PvP rare recruit updates. Stuff like Cat Viper, Ivankov, and there was another cerebral character that got buffed. I can't remember off the top of my head. But though there was a lot of buffs that came to cerebral, but I tried actually recording a video with them, and they're still very much off the mark. This particular character, though, could definitely elevate them. I don't doubt it whatsoever. You have stuff like 10th Anniversary Shanks, Super Suga Yamato, Atlas, Soul. Then obviously with the Ivankov buffs, the Cat Viper buff is absolutely disgusting. So you definitely will be able to do stuff with Cerebral. I just, Nami Karina, for example, as well, is a really good character. I just don't really see them that amazing unless you have this particular unit. So I might reach out to Tony once again and say, hey, put together a cerebral team and see how they go there if this video gets enough love. But I feel like the shooter team is definitely going to thrive a little bit better with this particular character, because the character's kind of like a mini Nami Karina, and Nami Karina's already over on the cerebral team, so having this character and Nami Karina is kind of like counterintuitive in my eyes, but it might just make the team absolutely disgusting. But they buff shooter cerebrals, attack level 6, speed up level 6. For the first 40 seconds, all enemies get level 5 CD down, which is so fucking disgusting. Like, just a passive that lowers CD by 5 is just nuts. That's so annoying. But it is only for the first 40 seconds. So once you get past that, or you kill this character, like, you're not going to have to worry about that. If 6 or more shooter or cerebral characters are on the team, all enemies defense down level 5. That's not as bad as the CD reduction, but still, having less defense means you're taking more hits, and obviously means that you're dying a lot quicker. The special targets 3 enemies for defense down level 6, CT delay of 20%, and if 6 or more shooter cerebral characters are on the team, targets 1 enemy with high CT for 100% chance to action bind. Now, this 100% chance to action bind, it's not insane because like so many characters can just bypass action bind. However, 20% reduction to special on top of a level 6 defensive drop to 3 units. Like, this is hitting 3 characters. So again, kind of like a miniature Nami Karina. Nami Karina attack 2 units, and then they do it once, and then they do it twice, which makes them just way more broken in my opinion. But still, this hitting 3 characters is just very, very disgusting. The upside to this too is it's on a 20-second cooldown. 20-second cooldown for this shit, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? You are lowering the cooldown reduction of the enemy too. So you are always, 9 times out of 10, you're always going first. So it's just absolutely wild. And on top of that, they have a Rumble super special. Like, what? Why? Why did they do this? When the character receives 3 Rumble specials, which is actually quite annoying to get, like, you're 9 times out of 10 you're going to see this first, and then when they get their special back the second time, you might have this. Most of the time you might have it, but then like by the 3rd time you should definitely have it if they're still alive. Targets 3 enemies with defense down level 8 with a 30% delay, and then 6 or more cerebrals targets 2 enemies with high CD with a 100% chance of action bind, so that's pretty strong. But then when you get them to level 150, which again, law of big numbers states that eventually a ticket legend, you will get to level 150. After you receive 3 specials, you target all enemies for defense down level 10, special CD 50%, and if you have 6 or more cerebral shooters, targets 3 enemies with high CD for a 100% chance to action bind. Now, look, you are reducing the CD by 50% at this point. I don't know why they didn't change this last line to like 100% chance to action bind by 30 seconds, like just double it, because like they fucking doubled everything else. Like, why the fuck not? Absolutely wild. So the character is very, very good in in PvP. They evade special bind, which is great. Reduce damage from free spirit and strikers, which means that they aren't going to die from stuff like a Yamato death hit, which is actually really, really strong. And they target the closest enemy, so their specials going to hit basically whoever's like closest to you and whatnot too. So we're going to take him in, see what fights Tony sent us. I haven't watched them, so it's going to be like fun for both of us. And let's see how they go. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. And with that said, let's dive in. Alright, so he's got a bit of an Nami Karina lineup going. Let's see how this fight actually goes. Now, I did put together a shooter team with him. And obviously with the new Kuma 6+, Ryza Shinobu on the bench. Then you got Kid and Suru and all these fun characters. Hell, you got S-Bear as well, who we totally left, like totally forgot because of the sword donnies who are doing some crazy things if you have a Garp on the team. So that's why that 20 cost Garp's there, just because these little sword donnies, they need old mate Garp to do some fun stuff. So as you can see, 19 seconds into the fight, perfect timing. We have Usopp and Lilith go. As you guys saw there, they tried to action bind Blackbeard, who actually ignores action bind. And something interesting is that Usopp and Lilith don't target 3 enemies with the highest CD. They target a random 3 enemies. So they could reduce the cooldown of 3 characters, and then the action bind is against 1 unit that didn't get the cooldown reduction. So that's something that's going to be very interesting to note as well. So, or even if they like reduce the cooldowns below another character, the action bind could hit there. So it is a nice little mechanic there that can kind of sort of like reduce the cooldowns of 3 characters and then stop another character from using their special because of the that action bind too. So Kid recently got a buff as well in the last 60 seconds. He's now doing all of his damage, which is so powerful. Very nice stuff there. Yamato's going to hit us. Unfortunately, Yamato hit Kid. That's a bit annoying because the upside to running the sword donnies is they actually give us a shield, which is great at protecting characters like protecting characters from stuff like that Yamato shot, which can be very, very pesky. Now we're in a really tricky spot here, like a really, really tricky spot. Like we're negative 18 defense. Like what the hell happened? How did that happen? Yamato absolutely cooked us. Blackbeard cooked us. Nami Karina cooked us. Man, like we're gonna getting hit so hard now. Yeah. Like what the heck? What the heck? Shooters are. I don't know, man. I don't know. That seems kind of scary. Seems very, very scary. I mean, look, we do have the confusion. This team that we're fighting is actually very strong too. So. And that's something to note. I wish we didn't need to run Garp on the bench too. Like, I wish we could run an actual unit that is going to do something for our team. But lo and behold, Garp is, like, he has to be there for the sword donnies. Like, I guess you could definitely run S-Bear in the front and then run another legend on the team. That could definitely work. Ryza Shinobu is another really good character that can go in the front with the action binding abilities and whatnot too. But obviously provides a lot on the bench as well because when you come in with Kuma and you have that sort of strength situation going on with Suru and Kid, you could do some really fun stuff there. So, managed to pick up the dub. Well done, Tony. Really, really good stuff. Let's check another fight. Alright, so going up against some more driven-y based team now. Again, Blackbeard's in the fray. Blackbeard's always very, very scary. Like, it's very, very scary when you go up against Blackbeard, man. He just, he does so much nerfing and so much ridiculousness. So, shooters seem to be getting a buff this season too. The thing about Usopp and Lilith too is they're not really giving us all that many buffs because they are nerfing the enemy team as well. Bit interesting there. Ryza Shinobu in the front could give a lot more defense, but I guess, look, 16 defense, man, is actually pretty strong. Like, I don't think we really need any more than that. We got a pretty hard hitter with Kid, some disruption with the sword donnies. I feel like PvP teams, they need that, like, that essence of RNG about them to sort of, like, do really well in the makeup, because, like, we just hit what's his name? Cross guild there, but then the action bind hits cross guild anyway, so it just kind of stops that confusion. Whether it be the special rollback, whether it be confusion, whether it be action bind, doesn't really matter what it is. I feel like just teams need like something that can just disrupt the enemy team to give them a better chance of winning. Characters like the level limit rate 5, the waifus are a prime example. These sword guys are great. Pizarro for the free spirit and the powerhouse team. Like those types of characters just bring so much to the makeup because they just allow other characters to shine so much nicer too. So Frankie's going really, really well. Unfortunately, we don't have another Straw Hat on the team. Oh no, Usopp is, yeah, for sure. Usopp is going to give that Frankie that extra attack buff, which is awesome. I forgot Usopp and Lilith, of course. So that allows Frankie to hit a little bit harder with that damage to defense. Frankie's giving us a little bit of bulk too, so that's always nice. But once Kid goes in the last 60 seconds, man, like Kid can wipe out, just absolutely wipe out Donnies. I wish the Suru unit worked with the for the shield as well, or sword, whatever the fuck they're called. That way, again, we just remove guard, because like shooters have had so many PvP rare recruits. I feel like we could easily just substitute in like another really strong PvP shooter. And again, even if we just run S-Bear, man, like I know we have an in character, and that's why I don't have them on this team, but at the same time, like I feel like we could just slap them on and just like call it a day. So Kid cleaning house, Kid's buff was actually really nice. Again, the 60 seconds, 40 seconds, it's a massive difference. Like it's a humongous difference. All right, so let's wrap up the video with the Dex PvP challenge fight. This one's always really fun. I really enjoy taking this one on. It's pretty bulky. It's got some very powerful characters with Bizarro and Sandra and Wolf. So being able to see how we can sort of disrupt them and sort of how we can bypass defense is going to be a lot of fun. So let's see how we go against this particular team. Raizo Shinobu in the front now over Suru. I thought that might just be a little bit better in terms of the cooldown reduction, the extra defensive power. Suru is great, but I really wanted to see how Raizo Shinobu would fare in the front. Because Raizo Shinobu, man, like Raizo Shinobu are still just such a fantastic unit. And obviously they just buff shooters and they give the cooldown reduction. Level 5 cooldown reduction, which is ridiculously strong when you have characters that have all these disruption abilities, characters that are going through defense like Frankie is and like Kid is. So really nice stuff there. Unfortunately, Kid just missed his special. He just missed his special, so that was a little bit frustrating. So not the end of the world. We did get the action bind of Raizo Shinobu as well. Again, another character that's giving a lot of very good action binding ability. We do lose the cooldown reduction. That's actually really good. That was perfect timing for Kid. Wow. Okay, yeah. That's really good. like with Raizo Shinobu taking Suru's spot, like Suru gives cooldowns at the start of the fight, but Raizo Shinobu gives it with their special, and then once you start popping off like Raizo Shinobu abilities over and over and over again, like action binding, do damage, especially against a Dex team, like it's just like this, perfect timing, and it just works so damn well. So I think Raizo Shinobu in the front is probably the play. Suru is a bit lackluster in my opinion, but definitely can work for the first 40 seconds. You kind of just need her to die at that point. But in saying that too, like she is an option for you too. So it's probably going to wrap up the video. I think we've seen enough there. Look, Usopp Lilith, they're absolutely insane. If you pull them, be very happy. They're going to be great. If you guys run them on Cerebral, let me know down below what that team looks like, and we can probably do some fun stuff there. But most importantly, if you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching. But like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. I'll catch you all in the next one. Let's